Alright, time to get to 7 down. 7 wins, 4 losses. Alright, how's this guy?
The game is started.
Ooh, lots of losses. I'm gonna be the person who puts him down to 5 down. Okay. So if I attach under and play this Joseki, he's gonna get this stone and I'm gonna want to play here. And that might make me lose time for playing over here, which is kind of what I wanted to do when I played this move. Or I could low pincer. Yeah, let's just be simple then. Okay. Someone recently did this to me too, but the thing is, when you don't connect here and play there, but instead you play the hanging connection and extend here, it's actually kind of weird with this 4-4 because usually with the 4-4 points, when you have like a long extension that's not quite all the way to the start point area, like here, 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 it usually turns 3-3 point into a better move because black ends up with at least one or more stones being in an inefficient spot. In this case, if I go here and black blocks here, this stone's actually one space too close to the wall. So I'm actually very tempted to do this, although even approaching, in my opinion, seems to make black slightly awkward. Just a little bit. And if black sends me this way, then I can extend here after and neutralize the wall. I'm just worried if black blocks this way, even though he's a bit inefficient, I still have to adjust the rest of my game based on his potential here. But let's go ahead and do this. Very early 3-3 invasion, but hey, this is the age of AlphaGo. Yep, I agree with his choice to double Hana here because anything less and this area here becomes inefficient. So there's actually at least two variations to know about this. If you Atari here and make him connect and then you take there, black will usually Atari and then you capture that one stone and then he will play here and capture the corner. And at least white will get Sente, probably to push here. On the other hand, there is one really niche uncommon variation. Usually people don't choose it, but it could be good when there's a big moyo here, which is after white Atari's here and takes this stone, black can actually Atari here on the top. And then if white connects there, then it's actually inefficient for white because black can still do this and get the corner. So actually white plays here and then plays here, and when black Atari is on top, white actually takes so that the corner is not can't be captured. But then black gets to Atari. White usually Atari's back, black takes, white protects the corner. Basically black makes a big wall. Okay, so my other choice here instead of this is actually to Hana here and cut directly, threatening this double Atari. then black has two choices: to connect solid or to Atari here. If black connects solid, I have to take this, and black will counter Atari in the corner and extend here to capture my corner. I'm not sure I like that for me here, so I'm going to go with this one. The other variation I mentioned just there was a little more complicated. So usually at the end of this, white adds a move here because bringing down the liberties of this shape can give white more follow-ups later by extending this one down and then playing a Hane here. But it also prevents white from being attacked at the vital point, which is right here. This is where you can attack white. But even beyond that, it's kind of a vital point of sorts as well to, like, for the first player to get this spot, because this is kind of the boundary between two potential territories. There's always the worry that you're gonna give black too much, but black can't double Hane because of this shape actually only having 3 liberties in reality. So I think I mean, there's nothing reasonable for me to do in here, so it's only natural that I'm gonna Hane here. And I can push again because ignoring me would be very painful for black when I Hane here. And I can probably push again because still the Hane on the head of 3 stones here, combined with the lack of liberties this shape will have after I pull down here, is going to be a big problem for him. Although I do have to think about if he Hanes me and if I'm giving him too much. If I try to reduce in here, around here, then the problem is I have too much going on. I wouldn't have reinforced this, which means black would have been able to do things over here. And also, in the first place, black can also either way counterattack any move I play around here. Black's not going to respond submissively. That's not what... I hope that's not what a Tygem 6-Dan would do. I'm wondering if I push and he Hanes, can I cut? Probably I can because there's problems over here. Yeah, let's push one more time. I don't mind if black comes in here all of a sudden because this Hane would be way too painful for him. So I expect at least one more response by black. And I'm getting a lot too, and black's all eggs one basket, so I don't really need to worry too much about this. Okay. Black played the Hane, so now I need to strongly consider cutting. So first I will make sure about this. Actually, extending here is actually the proper endgame regardless, because then when you Hane here, black can't block. And then if black ignores, you attach here, and black takes, and you Atari and black takes, and you get that endgame reduction. And if black wants to prevent that, he plays this empty triangle move here. That's that's the endgame sequence. Can I cut? So if black Atari's down, that would be what I would be afraid of. Okay, so black Ataris, I extend. And I think if black does any more moves on this side, like connecting or pushing down, this cut is going to be lethal. So after black Atari's down, black's gonna play something like this, I suppose. Then that means I need a way to get out, and I don't necessarily have one. I could do something really messy like Atari, and then drive him down, and then drive him this way, and then Hane this stone. But I would need to know how to live down here, because that's not necessarily easy. I wonder if this would help. Yeah, so I usually, like in my mind, this is almost like, this situation here is already deciding a lot about this game. So that's why I'm slowing down here and really thinking. You know, my level is not that high or anything, but it's high enough that, like one mistake here, like cutting when you can't, or Haneing when it's actually too generous, that can cost me the game. So I have to think really carefully here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I should be fearing, which is Atari down and table shape thingy. And then I'm pretty much stranded unless I can live with these two stones. Another idea is just to keep pushing, because since he played Hane instead of extend, I'm able to actually get more moves now. But it's a big risk because it's hard to claim everything here. Oh, I see a ladder. Let's see. Atari down, go there. Atari up, push this way. Threaten this ladder, push again. Oh, actually, you know, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, maybe I should just give him a huge territory. I feel like it's such a risk, though. It's such a big decision. Alright. I really don't think I have another choice. But luckily, I get to keep playing here. I wonder if I should have cut anyways, even if I'm planning to just play this. That's another thing. Because now if I cut, his response is different. Before he would have Atari'd this way, but now he would do something else. I think I can still just keep being annoying. I'm just really afraid that I'm going to mess up my timing and he's gonna do stuff here. I feel like this is the right move, even though it's horrible for the corner. Maybe this actually. My wall's getting big enough that even this might not be invadable. Is it though? Is it? I think it is invadable still. Because he has peeps and stuff around here too. Okay, well how painful is this turn if he turns here? Probably not, because it's gonna build me. Well, actually, it's kind of a Gote turn, I guess. But if I let him play here, he's gonna get too much of an even Joseki happening here. I think. This is too much of a vital point. I can't let him... No, I need to do this. But hey, maybe he's feeling really happy. Maybe he's going to play here. Or is he still obsessed with Hane and he's gonna Hane? This is really starting to look like a Q level game, to be honest. And no offense to Q players, but we just keep going and going and going. Okay. Now, I definitely need to place something over here. And I don't want to be, like, timid about it. But this is too bad for the corner. When he invades there, I don't have any way to get efficiency, at least with that stone. I mean, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Okay, time for some actual reading. So he comes in here. I would be stuck having to play kick or this, I think. Yeah, because he can live underneath. Well, at least if I make him run out, I can develop a top, so... It's one of these two. That's my instinct. I don't want to play too low, because that just, yeah. I'll be able to play my moves quicker after I make this decision, because this is like the final move of this ordeal. If I play this, I have to be sure that I'm killing whatever comes inside. Alright, I'm going with this one. True about pushing behind, but then that would mean that even this is a bad move, but this is actually the standard, so sometimes pushing from behind is justified. And also black has some like minus moves like this one, so it's not exactly the same. Another way to think about this too, but I mean, I wasn't that sure I can kill in this case, but I realized that if black comes in, I'll be able to chase black, push him this way, and then push him this way once he comes up here, and make a bunch of territory here, and it's all gonna be Sente. So actually, doesn't really matter. Even here, he's kind of flattening me out, but he's also solidifying my territory. And then he's making a weak group, which he's going to have to pay for little by little in the game. One thing I wanted to say about this is that black actually had to trade me this whole corner in order to get this shape here. So you see this exchange with the wall going along his wall? You actually have to minus all this from the territory that he got out of that. You know what I mean? Because he traded me this for these. So actually, it's not anything close to 7th line territory that he got. Alright, now here, I think I should just go ahead and respond. Yeah, killing everything was my first thought, but I just couldn't bear with playing the move here instead of here because it hurts. It's so much worse in the corner. It's just too unbearable for me. Like all this territory was already his, so yeah. Okay, I gotta start caring about time, so I'm gonna look at sorry. I'm gonna look at the chat a little bit less, but I'm still going to keep track. I'm kind of thinking about trapping him in with this. I think I can almost trap him completely. I'm gonna make this exchange first because otherwise the risk is just too much. Okay. So he's playing lightly, that actually makes sense. But I'm still going to kind of trap him in. Maybe I should send him this way and then make territory up here with that flow. I could peep, that might help make him heavier. Now I still need another move around here because he can still play like something like this and just run out. Plus he has these peeps and stuff, so it's so easy for him to move this way. I want to send him that way and then use that flow to either trap him in there or send him this way and make territory along there. And then my other goal will be to keep Sente, hopefully. I'm just gonna put a stone here because he can't run with any kind of like fast move right now anyways. There's too many of my stones nearby. So if I play here, he's gonna jump. So I probably want to play something faster. Like this. Then he's gonna jump down with one of these kind of moves. And now I have the choice to either lock him in or follow him like this. But even if I play here, the corner is actually not perfect. This would be the proper move, really, to get the corner. So actually, I think I'll send him this way also to keep these healthier too.
Overtime countdown
and then, yeah, I'll just close this corner. See, already, by making this weak group, he's already given me some things. The corner was not mine when I played this move, so now I have the corner, and I've also gained this. And later I can still come back to here, so it's not a big deal. Do I need to even respond to that?
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
He can actually go here kind of in Sente, threatening to make eyes. So I'm playing this before he can. And then now I can just go like this, and he still can't get out. So if I Atari here, maybe he's planning to counter Atari and make me take that. Or he'll pull back here and trying to cut there.
5, 4.
But I'm kind of curious what he's planning here. What? That's it? That seems pretty good for me. Okay, so I need to play a move in one of these places. If I go here, I can threaten to break his eye. Whereas if I go here, it's kind of better otherwise.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know, this just seems like a better move all around. Okay, so he's thinking if I push and cut, he'll be able to Atari and then start Atariing this, but that doesn't actually lead to anything, does it? I think I can just cut this stuff off. I think I understand why he's one, no offense to him, but why he's one loss away from 5 down. Cause like, look at what's happening here. I don't understand how this could be leading black to victory. That is certainly annoying. But he can't net me because I can go here. So actually it's okay if I want to respond on this side. So I should make sure that my shape's not going to be stupid. This might be a stupid shape later on.
9, 8,
Probably I should
7,
do it like
6,
this.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. I'm savage, aren't I? But this is definitely not like Tygem 6-dan play right now. Maybe he's having a bad game, or maybe he's having a bad week. And just a disclaimer about this situation. I don't mind actually by now if these 3 stones here or even these 2 end up getting captured. My whole point now is actually that they've already served their purpose, so they're pretty light now. So that's actually not Sente on this side. It's only Sente on this side. Although it's quite effective.
9, 8, 7.
I think I'm ready to sacrifice
4,
those.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I've had enough of this fight. I don't want to overdo it. Yeah, because he already has an eye. Like, he can easily make another eye. So I think I should be happy with just letting him live now. Like, look at all this. This is like probably bigger than this. Okay, I kind of do need to worry about my cut, but I also kind of don't, because if he cuts, I can just extend. I think it would be... Yeah, I mean, even this entire group getting captured is not actually that big, so
9, 8.
it's time to play here. Huh? This is usually what you play when you're making a big territory over here. What? Okay, this one is ladder based. So ladder is going like this. I can show you guys that later if need be. So that means I can play here if I want.
9, 8, 7, 6.
This thing is ladder based because black can go here and then actually cut inside. And then I think one of the ladder variations is he extends and you hane. And then he ataris. You go here. Oh, okay, he didn't play ladder variation. So he's getting a wall facing a weird direction. That means that once I have this corner, all I have to do is make sure that this huge stick thing is safe just by like doing some connection here or something, and then the game's pretty much over, I think. Because I have 3 corners plus this huge area. Yeah.
Nine, 8, 7, 6.
Yep, I knew he was gonna go after this. Yeah, so the question now is, do I bother saving this group and having 2 weak groups? I kind of feel like I can manage them actually, but I don't really care about this group anymore. I think I don't care about it.
9,
Do I care about it?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't think I care about it. I don't know if this move is good though, but if he extends here, he's threatening to capture these 2, and if I respond, that's really painful, so I'm thinking of just like keep pushing. Okay, and then push again, because it's definitely still Sente. Honestly, even this one might be still Sente, but yeah, now So he got like what? 6, 10. He got like 20 from that, I guess, maybe.
9,
It's not that big of a deal.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't know if this is good, but I don't really want him like, yeah, it's probably bad, I don't know, but I don't want him sliding into my territory if I try to make a territory here. This. How sente is that? It's pretty sente given that I have another cut over here, and if he makes more, it could cause some kind of disaster. Yeah, plus he does it all in sente, so I lose. Yeah, I lose a few points. Too many. Okay. I don't necessarily have to even push here, so I think I should make sure to keep this in check. So one idea is to poke here, but then when he resists, I go here, and then I Atari here, and then I extend. But in this case, he can keep pushing out.
9,
So I'm
8,
either playing here or
7,
something like
6,
this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now if he turns here, I'm just gonna play something around here to make sure I'm safe. It's kind of Mii. Yep, so that's nice for me. He's focusing on just capturing that stuff. Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm trying to be extra cautious about his center because it's true that like stuff in the center, like especially the moves played in the center, tend to be a lot less value than they seem compared to corners and sides. But because of that, I do have a tendency to sometimes undervalue them. So I'm going to keep dealing with his center.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm worried about this. He might play here. I feel like I'm underestimating him when I Hana here. So that was kind of, like, not good by me. Because if he plays here, well, I am leaking from here, actually. So even if this gets cut off, I can just keep pushing here. So actually, yeah, I'm not afraid of this anymore. So at first, when I played Hana here, I was afraid of that, but then I'm gonna get into here, so. So if I Atari here and then I Atari here, he's definitely gonna cut me off from here, so I can't do that. That would be overplay. Uh.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so I think if I play here, it's too slow. But it is annoying if he plays something like this. And there is all this stuff up here, and he actually is not leaking from here because he didn't descend. So actually, what am I thinking? I should get here as soon as possible, shouldn't I? I think I have to halt everything for that, actually,
9,
because, yeah.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So right about here should be good. That seems like a huge gain, actually. Like, I feel like, yeah. Like maybe he should have even let me in a little bit. I don't know. Because that's huge. And then he responded, so that's like even better for me. All I have to do now is make sure that he can't get in, but I already don't think he can get in. Cool.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Maybe that was small. I think this might be kind of big.
9, 8.
Because it's
7,
reverse Sente. If he
6,
plays it, it's very annoying
5,
for me.
4,
But
3.
whatever. Let's just go through with this. It's not that small, I guess, but sure. I see. Okay, if I block here, he's gonna do that thing where like he hanes and then makes a ko shape, and I still have to worry about that, and then he pushes in. So this is actually the proper way for me to keep him out of here. You know what I mean? He's gonna hane on the first line, but instead of solid connecting, he's gonna make a ko, and it's like a flower ko for him, so I need to worry and defend it, and then he's gonna push into here, and I can't block it. So that's actually correct to block like this instead. Like, none of this person's moves are, you know, like, making me feel bad, you know what I mean? Like, he's just playing really steady, like, low-risk moves that don't really make me feel bad. So that's how I know that this guy is not really, like, that strong. I don't know how to articulate that better. M1 looks better than M2. Really? We can look at it later. I don't think M1 is better though. So, I mean, I am alive here without playing any moves.
9,
So I think
8,
blocking this area
7,
is bigger actually.
6, 5, 4.
Or maybe
3,
this
2.
one actually. Yeah, that's pretty annoying, but I feel like my move was pretty big too. Now I
9,
think
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I want to block him as hardcore as I can. So now the question is, do I block with this move or do I cut? If I cut, he can go in, but then I take this. Yes. Then he Atari's under and I take and he finishes connecting. Oh, that would end up making this connected. Whereas if I do this,
9, 8, 7.
oh, that's actually
6,
safe too.
5, 4.
Sure, I'm gonna do it this way. He can't cut here at the end because I'm gonna be able to capture these three. So I indirectly fixed this cut actually, and I also blocked this. I actually haven't counted in a long while, but like I can only assume that I'm ahead because I feel like happy about everything that happened. This huge territory here has to be at least as big as his, right? Yes, I totally can. If I'm really well, there you go, he's fixing it for me. If I was really paranoid, I could just force here first, and he has to fix those 3 stones. And then I'm connected, so I just move in with, like, any of those moves that are actually not disconnected. So, yep, now I'm all connected. Okay. And it looks like I can get this one, because if he ignores me, his stuff all dies. So that's nice. Oh, actually, shoot, did I make a mistake? Okay. Whew. Ooh, ooh. I was just afraid there for a second that he might go really hardcore and Atari here. And then I Atari him and he takes. Then I Atari him again. He fills. But then when I connect, he might be able to get enough liberties and then also cut me. And it's just a lot more complicated than I originally realized.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So I'm just gonna connect and not worry about if there's something bigger because I should be way ahead right now. What? He asked me to count. Why is he asking me to count? Is he gonna like start spamming me? Is he one of those people? Tygem has a lot of those people. Okay, so if I go here, Tengen. So if I go here, he can take this, and then if I don't play another move, he has a Tsuji in here that kills everything. So I actually have to descend here when he takes after he takes this, or I can play this move and let him do that one.
8, 7,
But I don't have enough time to
6,
count the math.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I wish I could have mathed that out, and I feel like I should know from memory by now which one of those is bigger. I know that this one is like a something like 4 points. 4-point sente is quite big, but usually capturing one stone is pretty big too. So
9,
I have a feeling I actually lost out compared to descending. I think descending here was slightly better, 1 or 2 points better than this move, because when he takes this, when I descend and he takes this and I counter Atari and he takes and I descend, that descend makes me alive in Gote, but it also threatens that Atari later. So that means like this capture is not that big for him. Oh, I think this is the situation where I'm supposed to play here. Yes. Or nothing.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
We're in the end game now, and I don't have to think about anything important, so I'm going to take my time.
2 overtimes left.
So if I just Atari here and he takes, then later when he Hanes, I can't really block because it risks a Ko. That's why this move is actually correct here. And it threatens to pull this down too. But I can also do nothing. Oh, I can't do nothing because he might play this to Suji right now. And turns into something I don't want.
9, 8, 7, 6.
There's nothing too urgent right now, so I'm going to just do it. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that would be that would be hilarious. So yeah, I haven't counted. So let's see. He has probably a Tsuji he can play here or something, because usually playing a stone here is worth makes white's total points less at the end. I'm not even sure though. And I play here, he descends. I play here, he throws in. Yeah. So I don't have very many points here actually. D19. Oh yeah. Yeah, it actually like doesn't come up as often as I'd like it to, but this is definitely the perfect case for it. It stops you from having to deal with that potential Ko on the edge or having to draw back, which is just really painful. The only downside is that pulling down this stone gives black this Atari. So it's actually smaller than if you had just originally connected, because if you originally connected here, you would have had this first line sente. So it's actually a good move by him to play a stone here, but then not finish it, because it's a slight gain actually. I have about 40 exactly here, I think. 40. I'm expecting this to be about 13 after reductions. So I have 53. This I'm just expecting maybe 4 points or something. It might be more, but let's just say 4. So 54, or sorry, 57. I'm gonna have to put a stone in here later. So 80 without Komi. Yeah, I have to be ahead, right? 80, 86 and a half. Yeah, at this point in the game, this is actually really big. And I kind of wish I descended there. I really think that was better endgame than this one, but whatever. Okay, I have 86 and a half, so... Oh, I have a... So he's ahead by 2 on captures. So that's 2... 7... I'm gonna be a little generous to him around here, so... I'll even say there's like randomly 2 points here, which there isn't. So 9, maybe even a point here, 10. I'm assuming he takes this. Oh my god, is he actually not doing that bad after all? Man, I was so happy about what's happening, but maybe I'm not as... No, I'm not even ahead. Let's see. I think it's close. I think it's close with Komi. But I actually might be slightly behind. Shoot. Huh. Man. Now I feel silly because I was so confident before. So maybe getting captured in the middle was actually a little bit too big. But I was so happy to make territory on the top. I never expected that. Like... What? This just seems so illogical to me. Like, the attack seems to go so well. And then black was just kind of playing every move I wanted him to. Yo, isn't that the worst way to lose when oh, that's funny. Isn't that the worst way to lose when you got everything you want and then you lose? That's like so pathetic. And ironically, that's the style that I want to have, where I don't kill dragons, but I just win by letting them have what they want. So it's kind of ironic if I'm behind right now. We have to assume that black plays a few centes and then takes this one stone. Although I might have a little more points than what I counted because I was trying to be really modest. So I might have closer to 90 after Komi if I'm lucky. Or if I don't, then black might have a little bit less than I gave him. I'm not expecting much to come of that region because even if black plays like a Sente there, like H5, I don't expect him to actually finish there because there's other bigger things, I think, like this bottom move. So I'm actually expecting to also get to play around there, and then I'm expecting that area to turn into like crap. Pile of crap. It is my birthday, thank you. That means I have to win, right? Yeah, I'm not really using my time to think as much as I could right now, but it's because some of the next moves I'm expecting to be pretty straightforward, and then I'm confident that 30 seconds is enough to choose my moves in the H5 area. But I'll do a little more thinking. This guy sure is taking his time on this last move. As some of you guys saw in one of the last streams, maybe it was the last stream actually, I don't remember. You know, I was playing a perfectly like even looking game, and then randomly the guy just like, what did he do? He timed out or something, yeah. Seriously though, the suspense is killing me. He's either like counting the game to the last move, like Toya Koyo. Yeah, or he's like taking a power dump, or he's planning something really devious against me. You guys gotta help me. I don't have any like, I don't have anything special set up with Twitch right now, like mini games or bits or any of that stuff really. So give me stuff, people. Where's my stuff? Let's see if I can make black play on Tengen. How about that? If he ignores this or that, maybe that'll happen.
Overtime countdown has begun.
Is this guy seriously gonna time out just like that other guy? Why do all my wins lately have to be so anticlimactic? Like, what is this? Whoops. Whoopsie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 2 overtimes left.
I need to do better, guys. I'm supposed to be like, I have a 7-down account,
8,
so this is
7,
too many losses. I
6,
need to win the next
5,
like at least 3.
3,
Otherwise, I will not be
2,
happy.
1, 0.
Well, I could play on. If it takes me too long to, like, if I keep failing here, I could always play on this one. I don't know what my record is right now, though. It doesn't show on here, I think.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh my god, are you serious?
1, 0.
Ah! What? I didn't even want to win that way. That's like the second game in a row maybe that I've won this way. What the hell? Was this guy that constipated? Oh. Oh man. Oh, I know. He found out about the stream and he saw that it was my birthday. He's donating. Donating wins. Oh, I see. I see. He was donating wins. That's why he's 5-down now. What a nice guy. Why can't I click close? What's happening to my life? Was this his trap? He set a trap for me. Now that I've beaten him, I can't escape his profile window. Uh-oh. Help. Send help. But seriously, someone please... Oh, there we go. Thanks for the help. So let's take a look at this, I guess.
You have a game request.
Yeah, stop that. Stop that. Was that person's name KYS? Pretty sure he was power dumping, but okay. Actually, I think he's just giving away wins. So let's take a look at this. For some reason, people keep doing this. Is this like a new thing that I'm not following in the recent pro games? Like, in my mind, like maybe my Go concept is a little bit outdated, but I feel like this makes the 3-3 invasion kind of good. It's just an awkward distance, isn't it? Like, so the reason I didn't approach here is because I was, I mean, I already had a game recently that you guys probably saw. Hmm. 4K webcam. Can you elaborate? I think you guys saw me play this kind of variation, and I think this is nice for white too, but that game didn't necessarily go that awesomely, so, you know, I wanted to do something different. And another thing, even though this isn't like anything to fear or whatever, but I was afraid that in this case, because of the location of that stone, that this move might be pretty legit. So I wanted to just do something that seems more objectively worse for him. So like, yeah, I don't know. When I see something like this that just goes against my Go concept of like efficiency, I just have to go for it. So like if it ends up like this, then if he takes Gote, this is definitely slightly, I think, like what do you guys think? I think this is just marginally favorable for white. Just a little bit. And of course if he sends me this way, then that's just like sadness for him, I think. I mean, I don't know, maybe he's going to play here. And then normally you play here. But if I really want Sente, maybe I could just do this anyways. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Especially because corners, like that's the fundamental advantage of corners is like sometimes your opponent's side looks really scary, but if you just properly count what he gave you in each corner, the corners look deceptively small, but they're actually bigger than they look, and the sides, especially the center, usually looks deceptively large. Yeah. Let's just expand this thing. So anyways, real game. Replay. No, why can't I play the real game? Man, Tygem is so weird. Like, what the heck? This is whack. What? Yeah, well, I started to, I took someone's suggestion, right, and captured the, like, display instead of the window. Like, I'm new to both, OBS and Twitch, so I got a lot of things to learn. Yeah, man, the overlay, I want to get that going. And I saw some of those extensions, I just wasn't really sure which ones to start with. Which extension should I use first? Or like extensions? Windows. Yeah, the guy timed out. He was power dumping for way too long. Start review. Is there really a button for those things? No, what am I clicking? Review. I don't see start review, end review. I just see this stuff. And like I can't even click forward, so this is whack. Refresh. But if I do pre-play, it doesn't, it's only for putting moves down. It's not for showing the game moves. Pre-play doesn't let me go forward in the actual game. It's just my own moves. And then replay still doesn't do anything. So Tygem is totally whack, man. How do you guys do this? Yeah, I'm planning to set up a cam, like get my face showing and all that stuff. It's just I want to get a good camera first. Moves. That's it. Opening? What does opening do? But why can't I go? Do any of you guys know how to go forward in the actual game via this window? Thanks for the advice, Shu. What should I call you, Shu? Oh, that's genius. Sick Willy, you're a genius. Go to the end of the game and then click review. Aha. I guess they only designed it for that case. Ah. Steven, yeah. I've seen a few of your videos at least, so I know your name. And I've seen your name like on online Go stuff. Lots of not just OGS but like just general online Go stuff. Have we ever played? Probably not, right? I mean, I haven't really been to American tournaments. But like I wonder if we played online or anything. I don't have time for another game tonight, but I would definitely be up for that. Oh, we played on OGS. So my kind of instinct about this is telling me that you won the game. Did you win? I feel like I feel like we played and I lost. So some other variations of this is if black is really all in on this moyo, sometimes one strategy is to play here. Although I think it's yeah, I think you did win. Somehow I just feel like I remember that, but at the same time I couldn't even remember if we've played before, but somehow I just anyway, I don't really see anyone playing this anymore like ever, but this is a thing. Something like this, I think. Do you guys know this variation? I probably learned this from a book a long time ago, but I don't think I ever actually used it. Honestly, it doesn't seem that bad for black. Like, I always talk so much trash about like center and these kind of over-concentrated looking moyo things, but sometimes they really just end up a lot and you underestimate them. At least that's what happens to me. You prefer black, interesting. But I definitely, it's hard for me to imagine that white is worse because it doesn't seem like white did anything wrong. But I know it's just like it could be a style thing, right? Do you think black is objectively better? Or do you just prefer it? Yeah, K17 is not in the perfect place. But I guess sometimes it's not that big of a deal because if this whole thing out here becomes part of black's territory, then it almost doesn't matter where black's stone was later on. Q14. Oh, really, huh? You don't mind that? Refresh. Oh, pre-play, yeah. You don't mind this, I see. I mean, it's true. Maybe the 3-3 is too early. I think Steven said that he likes black right now. Q14 directly instead of Q15. Right. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. I think Sente is not particularly small on this board either. We have a empty corner here. This side is definitely a pretty crappy side though, because this Joseki is like low and thick, and it just makes it less interesting for anyone to try to develop here, but still. Yeah, Sente's always big. Unreal, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like divided up means like all the developments are smaller scale and and all that. But I think the moves on the board are still pretty big, even if it's not like a Moyo versus Moyo kind of game. 03. Mm-hmm. 03. Oh, up here. Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, this only makes sense because you're playing on the only remaining super open side, and then you're trying to force white onto this crappy side. You wrote an AlphaGo book? I can't tell if you're kidding or if I'm supposed to be ashamed to not know that, but that sounds awesome. Yeah. AlphaGo is definitely definitely places a huge value on Sente and also flexibility. I mean, I guess flexibility is not really something to place value on, but it's just a way to play. And AlphaGo definitely does that way more than we do. That's awesome, man. Not only writing a Go book, but a book on AlphaGo. That's like nice. Well, I'll definitely read it. Cool. I definitely agree with Steven's move here. This is also, I mean, if this is already what the board looks like, I would choose this one as well. Because this is the widest open side, and developing here is going to indirectly help this situation anyways. And developing here is not awesome for white anyway because of that Joseki there. And then this side is crowded because of these stones here, so this only makes sense. If black just closes the corner, which is, you know, it's big, but then when white extends around here, white gets to play on the only remaining interesting side, so. Yeah, I had that feeling too, that the 3-3 could be just a little bit too like early or something, but honestly though, I felt okay here, I think. We can sort of try to quantify this in a way, like so if we assume, let's say, this endgame, and then black has a stone here, so this is 6, 9, 10, plus 15 is 25, and then plus those 31, and then this is already black's, but there's some points here, so 3, 6, 9. So it's like 40. That's like 40 points gain, basically. Huh. I-13. Yeah, I thought he would play either this move or the approach there. Yeah, that's what I expected. It is true, though, that white Hane here is going to be really painful, but it's true also that, like, given the scale of what's going on, maybe black can just suffer that. Yeah. That's why I was very hesitant to push here again. And I was completely unsure. It was like a 50-50 thing. What would you guys have played? I was thinking this one or even this one, even though like this is pretty bad for the corner. Yeah, I mean, that Hane is like kind of the Hane for white here is kind of Sente, maybe, because of all these cuts. And it helps develop this too. And it stops black's expansion, so. Okay, let's go forward. I used up so much time, like talking and thinking up to now, that I had to play quickly already at this point. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think I was already in Byoyomi. I think I do need to train myself to like read the comments a little bit less, like just not respond to everything right in the beginning. But honestly, I play slow anyways, so it doesn't really matter. If I was losing like half my games or something at this rank, then I probably need to like crack down and stop chatting. But as long as I'm winning like 2/3 or something, or at least 2/3 at this rank, then I'll keep chatting with you guys. This is where things got kind of started to get sloppy and weird. But what do you guys think though? Doesn't white look kind of like better here? Or did I not gain enough? Yeah, come to think of it, actually, I did gain the corner, and I did get this outside stuff. But actually, I didn't gain anything on the top at this time. No, there's no agi in the corner, actually. Yeah, so at some point, I think I was like around 2Q or something, and I think at least, I think even as late as that, I was still fearing these peeps in here, and thinking that there was some way, like especially when you have like when you have this kind of shape and you're afraid to jump down like this, or like, yeah, or even just like you have this kind of thing. You know, it kind of feels like white could live in here, right? But usually it's not true, actually. You just need to be solid with your life and death and just be really like careful. But sometimes they can make it work if like a move around here, if it's particularly sente, because of cuts, and then sometimes they can string something together. Or if they have a stone on the like near the edge over here, then it means that let's say you have to go here in this case, and then like that. If they have all these peeps, and let's say that they're all sente, right? This thing really can start living, because this something like this might start living, or like this. And even if white gets like a stone down here, sometimes like this can be sente to connect under, or even this can be sente. So it's like, yeah. C15. Do you mean this example or the real game? This example, oh. How do I get to other branches? Let's see. Alright, I can just set up the example again. Oh, okay, let's just look at the game version then. Q5. So in this particular case, no, there's no way to live in there. So let's take a look. So peep, peep, and then what? Yeah, the game is definitely a little bit thicker in here, so I understand it's not as good as the example. I mean, really, it's all based on the overall context, right? Sometimes anything is possible, depending on what's on the outside. It's like when black has this corner, but you have stones nearby, you can totally live inside like this. So that, even though that corner is supposed to be so secure, you know, nothing is ever like 100% safe forever, usually. Actually, what I just said is totally wrong, because something could have two eyes, but, you know. But anyway, yeah, like, in most cases, they can't live inside with these kind of moves. Because now, when they have to choose the next move, there's really nothing. Like, if they play here, you can just break in like this, and everything is dead. Because, like, they can't really make anything of this. But when it comes, like, what it comes down to is you just have to read everything manually for every unique scenario. Eventually, you'll get the intuition or, like, the heuristic sense of, like, when you look at a shape that you'll be like I was in this game where you don't even have to read it because you already know. It's just from experience, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, no problem. You know what though? Let's ask Steven this one, or any of you really, or Unreal. Do you guys think I got enough out of the fight, like up to here? Like, when I was going with the flow of it, I thought that I could be happy because I have a finished corner. I didn't really lose much around here, and then I got all this stuff. Yeah. So I did get a lot, right? But one of my original plans before I really started thinking concretely was actually to make territory up here and sort of chase him along there. The question was, like, did White get enough from this chase? You think if Black lives, then, like, it's too good for Black? I guess so. Well, let's try counting the points. So Black has 40 plus these things, which is like 44. So 6 is, yeah. So 60. So this is 60 actually. I think this is about 60. Wow, that's 60? Is that really 60? 60 sounds like a lot. 9, 10, 20, yeah, 25, 31, 36. Wait, no. Yeah, 36, 42, 48 plus. No, it's like 50. This is like 50. So Black has like 50 and like this corner. And what do I have? I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 31, 32, 33, 34. Well, I guess we're even there. So no, 33 plus, I don't know, some kind of points around here. So let's just say I have like 38 maybe, or 37 even. And then there's this thing which is it's like 15 at most. So it doesn't seem like White's behind, and I have Komi too. But what other variations could I have chosen here? D5. Huh? D5? Yeah, for after. Yeah. So originally I thought about something like this, but then I realized this might make the chase end quickly, and it kind of leaves Bad Agi in the corner. Like, I mean, I'm guessing I would have to do it like this, right? Something like this, and then something like this. I don't know though, like Agi in the corner, sure, but like it looks like maybe this could be good too. But then these things in the center start getting weaker. And Black might be able to Tenuki soon. And also Black might be able to play this when I'm forcing at him for eyes. And that would be a big, if that's Sente in the context of making eyes, that would be a big move. So that's why I played the way I did in the game, because also the corner is a bit insecure. That's also why I played here, because if I respond to this, then black jumping down is Sente, because it threatens to start making eyes. And like, it's really big if it's Sente, and like, yeah, it just seemed like the right thing to do. So yeah. So okay. This cut, I think, yeah, I shouldn't have like, but this is hard, because if I respond to this, then I'm in a lot of danger here though. Let's see. I would have to play like this. But then I don't like this fight. Like, what do you guys think? I think this is a bad idea. This is weak. This is weak. He's not alive yet, sure. Maybe he has to do something else first. But actually, he can do these first. And then, yeah, he can do these first. White too aggressive. I thought sacking was fine. But yeah, you know what? Maybe this cut is not even good. Maybe I should have just, you know, drawn back here. Because as long as he's not getting eyes here. Yeah, damn. When I did this and I cut, it was bad, I think. Yeah. Too savage. I feel like that's one of the answers. Okay. Yes. And maybe I actually should have just connected this thing. I didn't want him to play here first, because that's pretty big. So now I know why he played on this side, but I still don't really necessarily agree with it, because I'm getting all the corner stuff. Should I have fought this out? But then when he extends here, it's like ultimate pain. And if this thing captures those two, then it's not really a fight anymore at all, and it's so easy for black. Cool, yeah. I'm glad you guys agree with sacking this stuff. You're right, yeah. So I agree that pushing and cutting here was actually really foolish of me. As soon as I saw this move, I was like triggered. I was like, what is this? What is this? But yeah. I've actually been doing that a lot lately. You guys saw that in one of my other streams where there's like a position down here, and I tried to like brute force surround the other group, knowing that it's gonna get ugly for me, and too much brute force plays, man. I need to stop that. But like this flow, man, I thought that everything was going great for me. I guess it was, but like at the end, I wasn't even ahead, so. J6, what's that? For black, right? J6. Like a, wait, what? What's J6? Well, if white plays here. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Let's see. Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about that, but then I didn't have time to like really think about it, and I was afraid that like when he goes here, it might be still really painful. And then like even if it just goes like this, I thought it could be worse than the game. And if I do the empty triangle, then he might actually be able to just do this. Empty triangle might still be better because it creates agi in his shape. Could be. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good idea though. It's definitely another option. I do think like this pushing from behind felt kind of crude, but at the same time it is making me much more alive here. It's like alive enough to even Tanuki now, I think. But I didn't Tanuki because I think that getting a development here is actually pretty big. Maybe this is kind of slow actually, you know? That's pretty slow. I think that's too slow, yeah. Okay, going forward. And like I was really happy with this exchange too, so like I don't even understand how the game was even like close or if I was losing. I think this might have been a bit slow for me. I kind of just did it and then realized like yeah, right? That extension that I got, and I got it in Sente, and it's not only safety, but it's actually a lot of points too. Thanks for coming, Steven. So, based on everything we've discussed so far, it seems like the biggest mistake of the game for white was this cut here, this push and cut. Because unless you guys, unless I forgot something that you guys mentioned, I don't really see any other particularly... Thanks, Steven. I don't see any particularly like other like horrible move that I played other than this push and cut. I'm gonna try my best to just keep explaining as instructively as I can while I play. But I'm totally like accepting, if not hoping for, like also like constructive negative like criticism. You guys can go ahead with that, because I just want to make my streams as good as possible. So J12. Yeah, J12 was probably slightly too slow because even if he turns there, it's really big as a like a point of influence, but it's actually not so urgent. So yeah, I guess that was the wrong move. Fixing J instead of approaching the core. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. That was like my other idea that I suspected might have been more correct. J8. I can only guess that you're talking about this. Yeah. So yeah, this is my other idea. I felt like it might be too like worrying about these stones. So I was afraid that because I didn't count at that time. I didn't have time to count, or I didn't make time to count. So I was afraid that if I let him get this, that he would actually have enough points to compete. Because this thing is like really large. It's actually bigger than mine, I think. So yeah. And then if he gets this corner, which competes with this corner, it's gonna be like my stuff here versus his thing here and Sente. And I was afraid that that would make for too close of a game, so I was just trying to play more actively and let him take these. But yeah. Definitely this push and cut, unless you guys like you guys can tell me if you disagree, but I think this push and cut was like the worst white move of the early game. And also, yeah, this must be pretty slow, this one. But as soon as I played this, I once again thought like, yeah. I thought that I'd be ahead at this point. Here, this might not be the biggest, but like I really didn't know what to do here. Because everything on the left side is kind of awkward. Like H3. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That was like a key point of the late middle game. Regarding the left side, it's really awkward, right? Because if I play here, then like how much did I even get from that exchange? And then vice versa. If I push there, then although actually pushing there seems better than this one, I think. Because if he extends or jumps, I can just block, which also threatens to connect under, so maybe it's a little better. I can't believe I got this one right here. Like I thought that at almost any point he could have played something around here. And C8. Yeah, no, I wasn't comparing those. I was just trying to talk about this. Anyway, at this point though, I was really, I didn't even count, but I was really sure that I should be ahead. And here, I'm pretty sure, like someone correct me if I'm wrong, who's good at endgame, but pretty sure this is better than fixing that stone. And then black's gonna play here, and I'm gonna go here, and I end up with a solid 6 points in here. And black gets like 2 points basically out of that. So black gets 2 points that he otherwise wouldn't get, and I get 6. Whereas if we look at the other way, I have to play like here, I guess. And I have 4 points because I have to play here later. Oh no, 1, 2, yeah, 4 points. And in the other version, he got 2 more points. Okay, wait, so this is black 5 and white 4. And then the other way. Do you have to play B3 right now? B3. Oh. I do have to play something right now. Because I'll be dead. And there's no Seki, like if it goes like this, I'm dead. B6 should work. B6, 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 B6. A0 is trolling. He's like roughly my level, like we're similar. Here, oops. Then wait, what's going on? Did I mess something up? Huh. That's actually a good point. Yes. Good job. Yeah, that's actually one more point in the corner. So it ends up 5 versus, whoops. I have to put a stone in later, so not there actually. It has to be, should be here eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 5, and then the other way. And this isn't exactly a privilege for white, but let's just say. So this time black has 6 and I have 6. Oh. It's actually the same both ways, except that, so this is 6, this is 6, yeah. Oh wait, but black loses one more point up here. So for simplicity, let's just add that to white's point. So white's actually 7. So even though we don't know for sure that white's gonna get this one, the fact that white might get this one makes this variation slightly better than the other one. So the answer seems to be that this descent up here is a fraction of a point, like up to a point, better than the other one. Because even if white doesn't have a guaranteed cente here, all that would mean is that it's kind of even with the other variation. Yeah, but this code, like this factor here, only serves to make it better than the other variation, because even without that, it's still equal. So it seems like it's true that white should have descended in the corner. Yeah, okay, so I was just under time pressure and I just kind of assumed that losing a stone would be worse. So I don't know. But yeah. Okay. I actually played like 1 or 2 games, like not on stream, because you know what, I wanted to test how much better I can play if I'm not talking and stuff. And I did actually win like all of those, I think. No, actually I didn't. I won most of them though. So I do play, because after I lost once or twice within those last streams, out of those games, that was like making me close to a half record, and that kind of made me lose confidence. So I had to check and see if I can play better. What is this one? I can't remember if, I don't know if this is one of the stream games or... I think this is not a stream game. This is something I played on my own. This is a weird move here. Like, what the heck is that? Wrong situation. Should be here, and then extend or something. So I think white is just a tiny bit better right now because of this weird move. And then he got kind of like tricked by this. And then I'm just kind of fooling around and doing some like asking moves before I start really doing things. I'm actually not intending to save these stones here. I'm just making some exchanges to get some stones in the area so that I don't have to reduce like overly shallow like out here. I'm planning to play lightly, like now I play this. But this is still deeper than I would have probably been able to go if I didn't have these exchanges. Because these exchanges are probably enough to make the difference of like at least 1 eye. In terms of all the chaos that'll happen around here. And then I have a little bit of agi that I started around here. So I determined that maybe it'd be hard for black to kill everything since I'm all the way out here. But I don't know, maybe it's not good, I'm not sure. I mean, this is black's area already. And then I wasn't planning, like, I already knew that it's completely unreasonable to try to live in here originally, because originally it's like this. This is a super strong area, and black has support everywhere. So coming in this deep is completely unreasonable. So what I did is I did a few things that are guaranteed, like almost guaranteed Sente to make him respond. And then, like, even though I'm giving him more captures, he's also, yeah, okay. But just for anyone who doesn't understand, he's also responding to each of my moves. So even though he's going to capture more, he's also losing more. And since the stones I'm getting are closer to the outside, they're going to affect the fighting out here. So I just did all this stuff and then fly away. And then he cut. But like that cut kind of helps me. You see, he doesn't really get that much here. And he's actually making me stronger. And then if he cuts here now, I can just sacrifice again. And then he's just getting weaker and weaker over here. Which move are you talking about? Oh, this. I see. So I had a reason for attaching here, actually. Do you guys want to take a guess? I'm not saying it's a good move. I have no idea. It's probably like a bad move. It's probably giving him a chance to try to kill me around here. But I do have a double Atari here and some threat I can make on both of these groups. So it might not be wise necessarily for black to respond here. But anyway, what do you guys think I was getting at here? No. It's probably hard to see because, like, usually when you're the player, you're thinking harder than, like, you're thinking of just all kinds of things. It's actually about a ladder. 8th probe. I could, but this is not really for free. Like, most likely whatever he responds with is going to be worth more to him than this stone is worth. So here's why I did it. Let's say he makes some kind of response there. Like, I don't know what his response is going to be, but let's just say it's something like this. Now, when I Hane here, if he tries to cut me, I can, like, threaten to kill this or threaten the ladder. So now if he saves, like, if he does something on this side to save those stones, I can play a ladder. So that's why. Because this Hane is really painful for black, so I really wanted to Hane here. But I thought that if I don't have a stone around here for the ladder, Hane here might be kind of insolent because he's going to cut me. I still might be able to fight my way through it because he has some big... In retrospect, he has some really big problems here that I probably should have taken advantage of better. Like, I don't think I was in my right mind. I think I could have just double Atari'd here earlier and just start doing stuff. But, yeah. So he responded, and then I just fixed like this, and I'm pretty happy about this. I mean, I'm not happy that I didn't take advantage of this, but like, what is he getting? Look at all these stones, and how many points are they getting? So I'm happy to be able to make such a healthy group out here. And he keeps playing the slow stuff that I don't care about, so I just get more safety. And then I start getting points. This move though, I'm not sure if this is good. This is just my time pressure move. Because honestly, after he responds, he probably shouldn't continue playing there. And that means it's probably slow for me. But I was just kind of feeling time pressure, and I just wanted to quickly, like, when in doubt, take points. Like, I don't know. Yeah, actually, I think I know what Unreal is about to say. It's about this inner Hane here, and then extending. That probably is dangerous. That probably is. Yeah. Attached to my 4th line stone. Are you saying to lean on this to attack this? Is that what you're saying? Do you mean this group here? I'm not afraid actually. I think this group is super hard to attack. I already have like at least an eye probably over here. And then like all I need is like one eye in all this space. I see. So what you're saying is that you're so confident as white on points that you'd rather not take even the smallest risk of dying. Yeah, I understand that. I agree. Black is way behind. But I'm actually quite confident with this dragon here. So, I mean, even though this is probably not a good move, I would be inclined to just fix my corner here, I think. So that's what I did. This might look really silly, but black is invadable here and also leaking here. So I don't really need to worry about black getting very many points here, and that's why I played solidly here. So, yeah. Now this is all territory. That move was... This was just so surprising, right? Look at this. He's jumping here, and then this should be painful for him, and then he just connects. That's actually a big point swing. Like that's not to be underestimated. That's much more than 5 points gained in Sente. So, I mean, like... I'm just getting more and more ahead, so now I really should just make this thing safer. I don't know why he connected. So even though this isn't the safest move, this is technically making this thing safer. Even that connect, right? Like probably it's safer for me to do a jump around here somewhere, because now he might do a clamp here or some stuff around here to make me feel pressure. EGF 12Q. And I really don't understand this double Hane either. Okay, I kind of understand it actually, because he's doing this. But I mean, like, there's really not going to be that much territory here, so it's kind of... I mean, now, like, this Hane isn't even Sente or anything. And then in the end, he just connected anyway, so it's really strange. Yeah. I understand his thinking process though. What he was trying to avoid, like extending, and then I push, and then he plays here and I peep here, and then I separate this one. Sort of. I think that's kind of what he didn't like. I don't know. He wanted to make sure he's thick so that it's actual territory. Yeah. But even this one move being responded to, I'm like so happy about. And like, it might seem really slow, but it's kind of double Sente. It's Sente for both. And then what else is there really that's interesting on the board? This is crap. I don't really need to reduce this. It's not interesting. There is some points to be had here, so that would be the alternative, I think. So he took that. That's actually pretty big. And then I just like did weird random stuff here. Like a pseudo to Suji combination that's actually just kind of fake Sujis. This one? I can kind of do better than that. I can Atari here. And then capture this. But the other thing, yeah. if black, I don't have to do the Hane yet because I know black's not going to do it yet. So if he's not going to do it, I don't need to do it. Because if he does this, I still have this capture, so it's actually not finishing in Sente for him. And capturing him, my one stone in the corner is actually just a 5-point Gote. So basically rule of thumb is like, if your opponent's not going to do it yet, you probably shouldn't. Also, he does lose a liberty. Well, he doesn't lose a liberty, but he gets more dangerous if he Hanes and connects when I take this. He ends up having to play another move and Gote at the end. Yeah. This attachment is actually the reason I played this move, because I know he's not going to let me into his center, so I know he's going to play here. But that actually makes this move work better, because now if he tries to take my stone, I'm going to cut and he's going to play here, and I'm going to push out and connect back to this stuff. So I'm kind of surprised he jumped instead of blocking here. That seems horribly painful. And I did it in Sente, so yeah. Although I kind of regretted this move. This move actually is not Sente, and it put me in danger because like all I need to do is win the game, so I should have made sure that this thing is like extra solid. I mean, there isn't really too much problem here, but I did get a little bit shaken because I mean, what if he had done something else? What if he had like Atari'd here, or actually maybe connected first? I don't know. Like, what if he does something like this? And okay, I guess this isn't really alive. Let me change that a bit. If he starts doing this, like, I'm kind of afraid because I also have a cut here, and like, you know what I mean? I think he's alive now. So for some reason, this Hane gave me some weird trouble. So maybe if I want to be super safe and super like timid and passive, I could play like this. That seems so painful though, even though I'm probably still winning, but because if he does this, I can just kill it, but I expect he would do something else. If I Hane on top, it's kind of dangerous because of this. So if I Atari here, he can break out on this side. And that is that might actually make me lose the game. Like, that's really big. I mean, I'm not saying this thing is dead, but in order to make it alive, I would have to like destroy my own territory that's already destroyed. S7. It doesn't well, it does, yeah, it does connect, but that's like almost a 0-point connection. If I have to resort to that, then I'm probably losing. It does connect, but it creates agi because if black ever plays here and white connects, then black's gonna have an Atari here. That means that any stone black gets around here is gonna be Sente on this situation. And that means black's gonna get to play here and then jump even further in. And I'm losing all my points. But the whole point, I think, is so it's nice that you see that that you saw that this connects actually, yeah. But anyway, this variation is like could make me lose the game because I already lost so much. That's why I didn't Hane on top, because also if I do this one, then he breaks in on this side. So in retrospect, it seems like my only safe variation. Well, I mean, there's always going up. Maybe that's what I should have done. But then what if he plays this? Oh, that's what I should have done. Maybe I should have gone up. Yeah, so if it goes like this, it seems like black's dead. So that would be fine. If it goes like this, then it seems like I'm okay. Wow, does going up really work that well? But there is still some problems. Like I'm not connected here. So there's just some sort of agi. I don't know. Yeah, probably going up is good. But otherwise, I can just go down, and I'm definitely connected. So okay, back to the game. Hmm. No way. What works? You mean this? Oh yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Like I was looking at this, and then um, black is just doesn't have enough eye space to like play here and cut. So yeah. Well, I didn't really say it decisively, so I guess he's you know, he's making that clear. So yeah, black doesn't have anything here. This shape is just plain dead. So yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's be concise about things. I was being too wishy-washy about that, but black definitely is not alive there. So yeah, okay. It seems like if I went up like this, black would have been in an even worse position than what he started with. Yes. I don't know why I didn't think of that in the game. This was so dangerous, man. He had a chance to totally reverse the game with this. Like, this was really bad by me. If he just connects here and then plays here, which I guess I could respond to like this, but I'm still kind of afraid. Counter Atari. Whoops. Do you mean double Atari? But this is like not a good way to play because you lose too much and you give black too much, and then black always has the option as well of like a ko. It's too risky. And even if black doesn't go for the ko, it's like super painful for me. Like I lost so many points and black got so much outside. So it's almost like taboo level for Dan level play usually. But I mean, rules like that kind of rule of thumb is just a rule of thumb. So it's true that there could be cases like if you're really winning and you just need to like make something connected and then you win for sure, then you could do it. But I don't think I'm winning that drastically that I can afford to do this kind of thing. I'm not sure, but yeah. So anyway, back to the game. But good to point that out because at least lots of people get to see that and why that might not be good. So how do I get back to the well, actually, I'll just show you guys the rest of this game. So I played another move to make safety here because I was really sure that I'd be ahead in this game. So I just added a move because like YOLO, and then just connect up. Cut this. And then start like almost killing this thing. And then get this point. Oh yeah, I made a huge mistake up here. Oh my god. It's a good thing I was so far ahead, because when I played, what did I play? When I played this Atari, I guess it was. Yeah, this Atari gave him that attachment, which, like, I'll admit I totally didn't see it coming. I mean, I've seen that kind of thing before so many times, and if I was looking at this corner carefully, I would have noticed it, but I really didn't. With all this space, I didn't expect something like that to happen. That was pretty sad, because it's like, was it a Sente Seki for him? Let's see. Sente Seki, like, that's pretty sad. I lost like 7 points or whatever in Sente. And then this is another safety move that I kind of have to play anyways if he pushes here. So I'm just trying to make sure, because later on, when my liberties fill up here, right, that could be doing stuff. Actually, yeah, I should probably finish up too. It's already 12. But final result, what was it? I win by 20.5, so it was quite, yeah. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna have to stop now because I just realized what time it is. Peace.